Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you everything that I eat in one day while vegan and pregnant. So this is going to be a typical day of what I eat. And just to note, I am in my second trimester. See my belly? And so obviously throughout your pregnancy, your calorie intake varies. As you get further along, you're going to be eating a lot more. So just keep in mind, this is currently my second trimester. If you are new here, my name is Andrea and I make lots of different types of videos. So be sure to subscribe if you're interested in more pregnancy videos in the future. Okay, let's get to the video because I am starving. So the first thing that I do every single morning is I pour myself a big glass of water. And I do this before eating absolutely anything. I just find that now that I'm pregnant, I'm so thirsty every morning when I wake up, no matter how much I drink the day before. And it just instantly hydrates me and it gives me that little kick of energy to start making my breakfast. So good. One of my favorite breakfasts to make, because it's just so simple and you can change the flavor so easily, is oatmeal. So I'm gonna make myself some oatmeal with these gluten-free quick oats. And I'm going to use coconut milk, so unsweetened coconut milk, instead of using water. So I do this because that way I can get a lot more calcium, as well as vitamin D, riboflavin, vitamin B12, and zinc, and vitamin A. I always just try to find ways where I can just add more nutrients. So in this case, I choose a coconut milk, but you can choose any kind of plant-based milk that is fortified with all that good stuff. So I just made my oatmeal, and as you can see, I added half a banana and some blueberries. Now I'm just gonna add some more protein and nutrients. I'm going to add some hemp seeds. This is super good protein, as well as omega-3s and 6s. And then I like to add some pumpkin seeds for crunch. Whoa. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some on there. I want more than that. And then something I love is I discovered sunflower seed butter. It's so good. It tastes like sunflower seeds, but it's an alternative to peanut butter. Peanut butter can actually cause inflammation, so some people like to stay away from it. So this is a good alternative. So I'd get a nice big spoon of that, and that is my breakfast. And as soon as I finish eating my breakfast, I'm going to take my B12 dissolving tablet, as well as folic acid and my prenatal. So I'm just eating my oatmeal breakfast, and I have a little friend here who's waiting patiently, as ever since he was sick as a puppy, I would give him some oatmeal to like help settle his stomach. So now every time I make oatmeal, he thinks I'm making it for him. So I might have to give him a little spoonful. All right, it's lunchtime and I'm going to be making a chickpea frittata, I guess you could call it. It's not thin enough to be called a chickpea crepe. It's a little bit thicker, so I just call it a frittata. But basically, I'm gonna be using this chickpea flour, which is just ground up chickpeas. And sometimes it's called besan, I'm not sure how you say that. So look for that name as well. I'll show you what the one that I'm using looks like. And so all I do is I mix 1 part chickpea flour with 2 parts water, and then I always just splash in an extra little bit of water at the end. I'm gonna whisk that up first, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fry up some red onion in some olive oil with some bok choy, which is very high in calcium, very healthy for you, as well as maybe I'll throw in some peppers as well. And then I'll probably just serve it with some avocado on the side. So I'm gonna go do that now. The chickpea frittata with some avocado on the side, which I just sprinkled on some salt. And I completely forgot that when I'm making this for 1 person, it does actually become really thin. So typically I make it for more than 1 person, so it does cook up a lot thicker. So depending on how much of the chickpea mixture that you use, that'll determine how thick it is. So this one I kind of end up scrambling in the end because it's not thick enough to like hold all the vegetables. So it just looks more like a scramble. And I love this dish because, like I said again, it's high in protein, and then you get some healthy fats from your avocado. And then there's just that variety of vegetables again. And I just love this meal. It's really satisfying, it's really filling, and super delicious. And for dinner, I've got my special sous chef here, Mr. Charlie. Just kidding, he's absolutely useless in the kitchen. So for dinner, I'm gonna be making one of my favorite recipes, and I guess you could say I kind of threw it together one day and created it just based off of other inspiration. So I'm gonna be making a coconut curry, and I'm gonna be throwing in a bunch of different ingredients. I'm going to start off with some red pepper and olive oil, and then I'm gonna throw in some peppers, some more bok choy, just because I have some, I want to use it up, as well as I'm gonna chop up some golden potatoes, some sweet potato, some carrots, and then at the end I will throw in a can of tomatoes, as well as chickpeas, and a big splash of coconut milk. I'm just going to, for this recipe, just kind of show you all the ingredients that I'm using, and then just kind of show you the steps. And then to go with this curry is going to be a basmati rice. I've already made some. I had some left over from a couple days ago. Just a tip, so when you're following directions for making your rice off the box, just use olive oil instead of the butter to make it vegan. All right, I'm gonna go get started on that. got the finished product, my very delicious coconut curry. And I know that I showed you guys how to make it, but I will also be sure to write out the full recipe and I'll include that in the description below. I love this recipe because you can make a really big batch of it and it just lasts in the fridge, and you can always just keep making some more rice to go with it. It's really hearty, it's really nice during the winter time, and it's super flavorful. And always check when you're adding the spices and salt to make sure that it's to your taste. I always add a little bit more at the end, depending on how flavorful it is. And I find it's not too spicy, so I am able to eat it just fine while pregnant. So I'm going to enjoy this now. So today after dinner, I decided to have some fruit. So I've got some papaya and frozen mango here. I love buying frozen fruit, especially if it's fruit that goes bad quickly or that you just crave randomly. And I've been craving mangoes a lot, so I have a huge bag of frozen mangoes in my fridge. So this is my little dessert after dinner. And I actually really like the mango, like when it just starts defrosting, so it's still kind of like chewy in texture. It's really good. And the good thing about this is it's high in vitamin C and it's super delicious. Thank you so much for watching this video and spending the day with me to see what I eat while vegan and pregnant. And make sure to give it a like if you enjoyed the recipes, and hopefully you're inspired to make some plant-based meals as well. I think I'm going to finish off my day by making my vegan hot chocolate recipe. I'm gonna link that recipe video over here. And if you're interested in more pregnancy-related content, you can check out my other videos like this one over here, which is how my first trimester went, i.e. I hated being pregnant. Be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as ring the bell so that you know when my next video is coming out. Thank you so much for watching again, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.